Welcome. I'm Heidi Woods, and I'm here to share a practice with you today called heart and belly breathing. This is a very foundational practice, and it helps us to bring into awareness our breath, something we don't ever have to think about, but it's the very thing that's keeping us alive. It's also known as heart coherence because when we do heart and belly breathing with a matched inhale and exhale for 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, it actually helps us to create a steady rhythmic heartbeat. And it's fascinating because we can actually change the way we breathe, which then changes our heartbeat, which then communicates with our nervous system and brain, which affects our attention, our impulses, and our emotions. So you can see why this work to me is so important and so fascinating, because we have the ability, and I tell this to kids, we have the superpower to change how we feel just by using our breathing. So let's begin. I want you to get into the most comfortable position that you can. For me, I'm seated with my back against some support. So go ahead and find some support in your seat and your back. Maybe relax the shoulders down. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And go ahead and just close the eyelids. If you think of your eyes as windows, we're going to close the shades. And if you're not comfortable with that, go ahead and take a soft gaze in front of you. And we'll begin to draw our attention to the breath. So what I'd like you to do is notice where the air begins to pool around the nose. And as you draw in your first breath, follow that down. So notice maybe the heat in the back of the throat. Maybe there's a scent in the air. And on the exhale, a nice relaxed exhale. Maybe this is the first time you've brought any type of attention to your breath today. Maybe this week, maybe even this month. Maybe it's the first time you've ever paid attention to your breath. Wherever you're at, it's okay. So as we begin to breathe here together, what I'd like you to do is simply notice the space between your inhale and your exhale. So as you draw in the next breath, you don't have to try and control it, just a simple inhale. Exhale. There's a slight pause there, right? Stay with that space on the next 3 breaths. We'll breathe here together for 3. Stay with the breath, no matter what sounds are going on around you. Good. Now let's take one hand, place it over the heart, one hand over the belly. Again, keeping the eyelids closed, maybe tucking the chin slightly towards the chest. And what I'd like you to do here on this first breath in, notice what happens to the hands as you breathe in. There's a rise. And as we exhale, notice what happens. There's that fall. So what we're going to do for the count of 5 is a nice 5 count inhale and a nice 5 count exhale. Staying here with it, 5 and 5. So that pause that we noticed before, we're going to simply move from the inhale to the exhale. So no holding the breath at the top, just a simple 5 in and 5 out. Let's do that here together. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to turn off my voice now. We'll keep breathing here together. 5 in, 5 out. Again, any distracting sounds or thoughts, simply notice them and come right back to that breath, either the counting or the rise and fall. 2 more breaths here, wherever you're at. There's 1. And 2. Let's continue to keep the eyes closed. Let the hands fall down into the lap. Take a moment here just to breathe silently, not trying to change anything, just a normal rhythmic breath, noticing any sensation in the body that you feel. Maybe noticing the heartbeat, relaxing the eyelids, relaxing the jaw. Again, just bringing a sense of ease to the body. Keep breathing. Embrace the stillness, as odd as it may seem, coming from a busy classroom, a busy office, or wherever you work. There's constant external sensory activities pulling us in different directions. So when we're still and we're quiet, it can seem very uncomfortable. If you're feeling any of that discomfort, know that that is normal, but simply come back to the fact that breathing in this way, in this rhythmic way, we're activating the calming part of our nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system. Most of us are on overdrive. We're in fight or flight throughout different times throughout the day. So coming back to this place is like coming back to this still well, where we can see our reflection, we can see the stillness of the water. And if it's helpful for you, if you're a visual person like me, you can even imagine with each breath in, waves are rolling in on a beach. With each exhale, those waves are rolling back out into the ocean. So just a couple more moments here of stillness. Nice, easy breath. Good. As we bring our awareness back to the room now, I want you to notice one sound in the room besides my voice. So maybe something you hear in a neighboring room or in the building. And then notice one sensation in the body, so something that you're feeling. And then very gently we'll begin to flutter the eyes open and look for one beautiful thing around you. So that was heart and belly breathing, also known as coherent breath. And so knowing that we can access this place that is still, that is calm, it can be utilized at any point. We just have to take the time for ourselves. So that was just a couple minutes of a practice. Hand over the heart, hand over the belly, breathe in for 5, breathe out for 5. So my hope is that you take this practice with you. Use it throughout your day, not when you're driving, of course, but maybe in the classroom when you get a few minutes. Teach your students heart and belly breathing. It's an incredible way to level the playing field, and I've used this in a lot of different classrooms, and I've taught this to hundreds of teachers. It works. However, we have to be consistent, like with anything else. Consistency is key. So my hope is that you had some benefit here today, that if this was new and different for you, that you continue to incorporate it into your life and just simply notice, just observe, notice how you feel. All right, thank you for being with me here today. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.